That's right, motherfuckers. Have a cup of Joe with Joe Kush, motherfucker. You know what's up, man. Yesterday I was out in the city of Montclair and hung out with some friends, and I was being interviewed by a stand-up comic named Bruce Jingles, and we had a great time. We did a little hour fucking interview. He's got like a portable podcast. It was remarkable, man. Sounded good, quality was good. But the most part of it that I want to talk about is that the conversations we were having, because everybody always asks, Joe Kush, who is Joe Kush? What is Joe Kush? What is Joe Kush about? Well, that story could be kind of long, it could be kind of short. Depends on how I fucking play it out, you know what I mean? What's up, man? For those that are starting to tune in, I don't really go live like I used to because I've been really busy lately. Today, I'm starting my morning off right. I said my morning fucking motivational speech like I always do, get the fuck up and shit, and have my cup of Joe afterwards. So, my energy is before that. And back to the interview at hand. We were doing the interview. He's a stand-up comic, Bruce Jingle. He's been on HBO and stuff like that. He's toured with Jeff Garcia and all them. And, like I said, he was asking, what is Joe Kush and who is Joe Kush? Joe Kush is basically a lifestyle of how I grew up in the 80s. And I'm the originals. I'm one of the original old school stoners, you know what I mean? Back then when the hippies started calling us stoners. My generation, the original stoners of my generation and time, and the way we did things back then. And that's where my lifestyle starts from there all the way out, as you can say, with the music, the metal, the rock, the punk rock. I was there when all that scene was going on, my friends. And I gotta tell you, it was an interesting scene. It was not like the way it is now, you know what I mean? We paved the way for your motherfucking ass, because you know what I mean? Because back then the jocks and fucking all them motherfuckers used to beat up on the stoners, man, because we were stoners. Skinny, lanky motherfuckers, because we spent all our money on fucking weed. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, and that's just the way we are. And that's why a lot of us stoners are tough as nails, because we actually went through the test of time, the trials of life, you know what I mean? Back then, as you should say. Even when we graduated from 5th grade to 6th grade, it was a school from 6th to 8th grade. But when we went to 6th grade, they always told us, don't get caught up in the boys' bathroom because the 8th graders are going to jump you and shit. Sure enough, man, I had to take a piss real bad, and I fucking got caught slipping in that bitch. And yeah, Joe Kush got tossed up like salad. And and even after, and it doesn't even stop there, because after 8th grade, you go to high school. Back in, I don't know how it is in everybody else's town, but over here it was after 8th grade, you went to high school, which was 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And the same fucking thing starts all over. You think you got it made after 6th grade, and you think you're made in the shade. But as soon as you hit high school, man, the same thing applies, man. The seniors jump you in the bathroom, man. It's fucking crazy how it all went, man. But, I'm just letting you know, man, how this works, man. I don't know how it is nowadays, but that's how it was. And the stoners of my day, the people of that generation, were very fucking solid motherfuckers, because you had the baby boomers that raised us. Those were our fucking peers. And they were strict code enforcement, man, when they fucking were talking to you, man. I mean, even the OGs on the streets were like, look at me when you talk to me, motherfucker, because I don't play around like that, you know what I mean? They were strict and fucking, right to the point, man. They didn't fuck around. That's the way things were back then. If you fucking took out a loan in the streets, man, it was, hey, man, when you going to pay me back? Oh, next week. No, when are you going to pay me back? Next Wednesday. What time? And look at me when I'm talking to you. That's the way shit was. That's the way it was. And believe me, I paid a day ahead of time, motherfucker, because my word was always good in the streets, man. My credit was good, baby. Joe Kush did not flip this fucking script. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it is Have a Cup of Joe with Joe, man. I got my motherfucking motor can, Harley Davidson motor can, coffee can, man. You know what's up. By the way, if you've been watching, man, I got to be interviewed on iHeartRadio last week with Cannabis Talk 101, man. And they was feeling me over there, you know what I mean? And I'm going to be seeing them again this week, so keep in touch, man. Stay tuned, man, because Joe Kush is putting together something, man. And we'll see how it all plays out, man. If everything goes good, we'll see, man. But in the meantime, it's good that motherfuckers are starting to fucking realize that Joe Kush comes with skills, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I bring the feel. I bring the thunder from down under, and then I put the smile, flip it upside down, smack that bitch backwards, and you know what's up, motherfucker. You got me. Joe Kush, man, the one and only stoner like no other. The brother that's always got you covered, you know what I mean? Here we are live, and this shit is not scripted. There's nothing on the table, man, as you can see, and all I got is my Cup of Joe, brother. You know what's up, man. It's just the way I am. The Generation X motherfucker with a game plan that comes back from the blast from the past, came back to kick you in the ass and said, hey, motherfuckers, guess what, man? We're running a whole different program. You guys have been slipping. The DNA has been trickling a different way, man. But Joe Kush has came back to add that microdose DNA of Joe Kush. God damn it, keep spitting shit out. What the fuck? This morning's breakfast is coming out in different ways, my friends. Hey, man, I want to say thank you for checking me out, man. You know what I mean? But other than that, the way Joe Kush is just a multiple blast from the past from the 80s, man. And the 80s were great, man. Everything was great. I mean, from sex to drugs to rock and roll, it was all fucking great, man. And I got to be down there in Hollywood. I was always down there in Hollywood, man, because that's where all the punk rock, the metal, you know, Hollywood Palladium, the Troubadour, you know what I mean, Gazaris, fucking all that shit, man. It was the scene back then for us stoner metalheads, man. And majority of us stoners were basically metalheads back then. I mean, the homies were fucking marijuana locos and shit, but the stoners were rockers, man, long hair motherfuckers, you know what I mean? And, it's just the same thing. Nothing has changed for me. I'm still that same motherfucking person, you know what I mean? Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me stop and say hello and cubo to all the motherfuckers that are tuning in. Justin, Herbal Clothing. We got Exotic Pops. And got a bunch of little everybody here, man, coming in, man. That's cool, man. I haven't done a live show, so. But you might be seeing me a little bit more often. And, there's some plans I've been doing, man. Just because I do the little morning thing, that's just what it is, man. But don't think that Joe Kush is not grinding in between it all, man. Because, yes, I am. You know, I do my morning skit here, and then later on I put one later. But for the most part, in between it all, Joe Kush is out there, man, networking. I'm not sitting there procrastinating, man. I'm actually out there grinding in a whole different way, man. Because I want to put me on point. I'm doing what I got to do to make it happen, but I ain't stepping on toes when I do it. So remember that when it comes to an OG like me, we go walk up the steps, man. And as we walk up those steps, we don't step on toes, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because that's how I roll, man. Keep it crisp and clean, and sometimes we add caffeine, motherfucker. Here's to bone-legged women. Hey. It's all fucking shits and giggles, man. I like to come on this stuff and back to saying what Joe Kush is about, man. He's the man with a game plan that just wants to make sure that everybody is trying to fucking, I want you guys to be a lot more happier out there. I've seen the way it is from my lifestyle from the 80s to now. I had a fucking bitchin' ass time growing up, man. Even though I grew up with strict parents and whatnot, I still had a fucking bitchin' ass time, man, because I probably broke the laws more than once in one way only, you know what I mean? Horns up, motherfucker. But with that all aside, man, I was a wild child. I did everything to the extreme. I fucking am a metalhead, punk rocker. I played music. When I started off as a youngster, we all were like, what are we going to do when we grow up and we're an adult now? My thing was always I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to jam out, rock out, be a heavy metal motherfucking, you know, 6-string slinging motherfucking guitar player, man. But of course, things don't work out as planned sometimes. You know, sometimes you got to go on timeout. That kind of breaks up the monotony, man. But with all that aside, I got into bodybuilding. I started working out at the same time that I started smoking weed at 13. Those two things in my life have always been the foundation of Joe Kush, I should say. Because Joe Kush is a stoner like no other, you know what I mean? And I also work out, I train, I fucking competed in bodybuilding. I trained like a bodybuilder, built my skinny frame into a bodybuilding frame back then. And the two go hand in hand because we always smoked weed. We'd put on Judas Priest, listen to Dio, Motley Crue, fucking, you know what I mean? Anthrax, Rush, you know, Ozzy. And smoking weed, one of my friends used to like to work out. And I fucking started working out. I noticed, you know, I get high. I'm like, fuck, all we're doing is just standing around here, man. He's working out, and they're working out hard. You know, like he's getting it. You know, I mean, he's a big dude, man. So he works hard. I'm a skinny little motherfucker. Like, get in here, man. So I guess it was like a calling because smoking weed and actually working out went hand in hand for a guy like me. Actually, a lot of fucking stoners and bodybuilders, mind you, do fucking buff and puff, man. We'd be outside of Gold's Gym and buff up and then hit the gym and crack it in, you know what I mean? What do we got here? Joe Baton, is that what he said? Oh, these two. There you go. What's up, Mario, man? And as I was saying, they went hand in hand for Joe Kush. And I say they're a foundation because I'll tell you what, man, bodybuilding, powerlifting actually put the can in a motherfucking man, because you're going up against weights, intimidation, things that you're crossing over now. You're pushing the boundaries of your body and your mentality, for one. And, and that's what you want in life. You need that solid foundation, for one, to have it here mentally, physically, man, because when you step out into the world, it is fucking a whole different ball game. There's no more mom and daddy now. It's you got to fucking hold the reins, man. And Joe Kush just want to make sure you're doing that, man. And you can't be procrastinating. You can't be laying in your bed all tucked in right now, man. I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I know there's motherfuckers earlier than me. Them Southern country motherfuckers, man, that fucking lift hay all day are up earlier than me. You know what I mean? It's bred in their DNA. Get up, wake the fuck up, handle your business for the day, man. Look in the mirror and say, you know what? I gave it 100% today, man. There's days, I didn't give it 100. Then you better have me pushing 90 or better, baby, because that's the quotum. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? It is Joe Kush. We got AC/DC in the background. I don't want to bump it too hard because fucking Instagram goes shut him down. That motherfucker is a clown, man. Why does my one hair just keep sticking out like a sore thumb, man? The fuck? I gotta get my hair adjusted here, man. How's my motivation look? Let me get another sip, motherfucker. Cheers to all you crazy motherfuckers that are up. And then another thing, man, I always see all these stoners saying wake and bake, motherfucker. Well, where you at, man? Because I'm up. I bake. All I hear is looking, it's too early. What the fuck? But when's your wake and bake, man? We'll just call you a motherfucking afternoon baker, I guess. You know what I mean? Because I'm up wake and bake in the morning. You know what I mean? And then wake and bakes are fucking the shit, man. I already puffed off some fucking lava cake. And pretty good, man. I like it. I got some wedding cake. Some alien OG that I like. You know what I mean? I'm like a wee connoisseur in a sense. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Joe Kush. Joe Kush is a lifestyle, loves riding. I grew up BMX riding, skateboarding. We were active motherfuckers in the streets, is what I'm saying, man. We weren't on the TV. We didn't have phones. We didn't have the technology that the millennials and, what is it, Generation Z or something now that's going on. We didn't have the technology that you had back then. And when we did get it, it was Apple IIc with a floppy disk, motherfucker. But what we did have, we had Beavis and Butthead. We had the Three Stooges, motherfucker. We had the Benny Hill Show. We had Headbangers Ball when MTV was fucking legit, baby. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. We had Married with Children. You know what I mean? We had fucking all kinds of shit back then that we had. But we also had the streets. And the streets was like our phone call out there, man. Out there whistling and shit for your homies. We couldn't just call. You literally had to walk to a motherfucker's pad sometimes because, no one would answer, or somebody left the phone off the ringer, man, which did happen a lot. And then you have to go foot it to your friend's house only to come down, find out your friend's not there. Then you got to foot it all the way back because, in the 80s growing up, a lot of us kids didn't have cars. Our mommies and daddies didn't take care of us like that. Because the way our mommies and daddies raised us were tough as nails with thick skin. They always told me, and this is the way my parents told me, and I'm sure a lot of you motherfuckers might have heard the same fucking line. Hey, my job as a parent is to put a roof over your head, food in your stomach, and clothes on you. Whatever you want after that, that's on you. You make that happen. If you want a bike, go make it happen. Work for it. Get the money and make it happen. And that's what I had to do, man. I used to cut grasses and shit, clean out garages for like $10 and cut grasses for $5, man. Walking around the streets looking all grungy and shit at 13 years old because no one's going to hire me. You're not old enough. So I had to do what I had to do. I had to improvise. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. I improvised. I fucking did that. I fucking walked around while kids laughed at me because some of them mommies and daddy just fucking gave them a little too much. You know what I mean? Made them a little soft in their feet there, man. But not Joe Kush, man. I grew up the hard way, man. If you want it, you had to earn it. And if you wanted to earn it, you had to get off your ass and make it happen because it didn't happen laying in your bed. Do you think that I could wake up every morning and tell you, get the fuck up on? Man, that ain't a tip of shit, man. My dad used to wake me up while I had a fucking job on my day off. Get up, grab my fucking bed, and just fucking pound the fuck out of it and say, get the fuck out of my house and go look for a job. And I'm like, I already got a job. I'm on my day off. Go find a better one. Just get the fuck out. Yeah, that's the way I grew up, man. So all you motherfucking sensitive motherfuckers, man, I feel for you, man. It's not your fault that you're sensitive. It's just your upbringing. Somebody didn't fucking put that in your DNA. And it's not even your parents' fault. It's the government's fault, man. They took away the power of the fucking people to the parents. They took away their power and said, put him on time out. Maybe time out might work for some of your kids, man. But you come to the hood and time out don't work, man. That's why they put us in time out in jail, motherfucker. But I'm saying we need to stop that. We need to get it from the gate out. You know what I mean? I raised my kids solid like that. I didn't give a fuck when they took away the parents' fucking power. Fuck you. You're not telling me how to raise my kids, because I'm not going to let my kids go out there and be a disrespectful, fucking sensitive motherfucker. Fuck that, man. You're going to be fucking have some fucking blood and guts in you, man. Respect is something you earn. Remember that when you're getting knocked the fuck out, right? You know what's up, man. This is Joe Kush, and I'm just telling you the way I grew up. It was a whole different game ball back then. But I'll tell you what, it was fun. Even though it was tough as nails, it was still fun, mind you. There was still fun in that process. You know, the 80s was fucking crazy. It was off the wall. Then the 90s came, and we were like, what the fuck? Metal went away, and it was grunge. And then it was fucking, techno and all that stuff. Different thing, different whatever. And so we went through it. I even cut my hair during that time, man. Believe it or not, man. Yeah, Joe Kush went through a transaction, I guess you could say. I guess trying to be something I'm not, and maybe that's why I did that, man. And I realized, you know what, this is not me. I'm not the devil in the blue suede shoes no more, man. I need my hair back. I need my rock back. I need my metal, my punk rock motherfucking shit back, motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted back in my life, and that's what I keep in my life to this day. And that's why I'm one fucking happy, energized motherfucking bunny. You know what I mean? That's what it is about for you. I want you to have the same fucking thing that I fucking experienced, because I'm 51 years old, man. I'm not going to be here forever, and neither are you, my friends. And that's what I'm trying to get at, man. Life is really fucking short. What you do in that time frame is up to you, my friend. You got to stop procrastinating. You just can't sit there saying, Joe Kush is waking me up. What the fuck, man? I thought he was a stoner and shit. I am a cool ass stoner. I'm doing my job as an OG the way my OGs did it to me, brother. I kept the something, kept the solid, man. You know what I'm saying? We were up. We were men. And we kept it real. And we kept it solid. And we kept it straightforward. And we didn't sugarcoat that motherfucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want for you, man. I want to put that DNA back in your motherfucking DNA. Because for some reason, someone eliminated that bitch. You know what I mean? They put it out to pasture. But I'm still here, motherfucker. And there's a lot of motherfuckers still like me. I'm just one motherfucker voicing my opinion. And that's it, man. And I know a lot of you feel it, man, because I see it. You know what I mean? I'm not just on Instagram. I'm on a bunch of different shit. And then I'm also in the streets networking, motherfucker. So you do know me, or you heard of me, or my words been passed by your ear, like, whatever it was may be, you might have heard of me. And it's a good thing, man. Don't get it wrong, man, because you're hearing it right here from the horse's mouth, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Keep it 100 if you know what real 100 is. And I got to tell you something, man. That's another thing that bothers me, man. I see a lot of this I'm 100 shit. You know what? You don't have to really announce it, man. Your actions speak louder than words, my friend. And trust me, another real motherfucker will know if you're a real motherfucker. Because game always recognizes game. You know what I'm saying, man? And that's why there's a lot of motherfuckers I'm like, yeah, you ain't real, motherfucker. Fuck you, man. You didn't even wipe your ass straight, bitch. But, you know, I try to work with a lot of motherfuckers out there. Some you just can't. It's a whole different, don't want to say it's a different ball game. It's just different, maybe different generations trying to work with each other. And it's like I said, there's a piece of DNA missing in motherfuckers, man. And it's not your parents' fault. It's not your fault, man. Like I said, I blame the government for fucking taking away the power of the parenting hood. Because all of us 80s motherfucking generation kids know already, man, how we were raised, dude. We weren't pussies. And if you were a pussy, because a lot of us did starve. I was a run too. Before you got to 18, you were one solid cat. Because trust me, man, if your parents didn't put it in you, the streets did, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way I grew up. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. Joe Kush has been homeless. Joe Kush has been an addict. You know what I mean? Joe Kush has been a motherfucking, you know, so low to the curb, the ants didn't want to play handball with me and shit. And trust me, I went back and forth to prison 4 different times, man. I got an old E number and a J number and shit. But I've been out going on 19 years now, I believe it is. 18 or 19 years now, man. And I've been fucking straight, man. You know, I got my life back together. The first part of my life was hell bent on leather, man. Just fucking hell, balls to the wall, GTA, fucking doing whatever it did, man. Assault and battery, beating up cops and shit, man. And I just didn't just beat them because it was the thing to do. I had my reasons for it, and I stood my ground. And yes, I did go to prison for it, man. And whether I paid the price or not, I don't think so, man, because a man will always stand up for his family. He will not let anybody, including the cops, fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I rolled back then, man. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, man. But like I said, we're just two different generations. We did not grow up the same, my friends. You know what I'm saying, man? There's a difference between saying you're tough as nails and actually being tough as nails, man. But my jacket says it all anyway, man. I'm not saying I'm the baddest motherfucker in the planet, because I'm not. I'm not. Joe Kush can't be knocked out, I assume, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, man, things were different back then. A lot more hardcore. Even the cops were hardcore back then, man. I'm not lying. Even cops were solid motherfuckers back then. They didn't shoot motherfuckers as much as they did now, man. They actually beat your ass. And even in the hoods in East LA, man, some of them would even take their badges off and scrap one-on-one, man. And whoever won, well, you didn't go to jail if you won, and guess what? If you lost, they were taking you in. So you fought like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? That's how I remember it. That's how it was passed down to me, man. And some of you motherfuckers just think I'm too hardcore for you, and I'm being fucking too fucking, what was the word I was told one time? You're not saying you think you're the shit, you just fucking, you're a real ballsy attitude. It's not that I'm a ballsy attitude. I'm a straightforward guy. You haven't seen that shit, because no one's had a time to fucking get in your face and tell you the way it's supposed to be done. So you're fucking like, oh, this motherfucker, oh my God. No, it's not, oh my God. You know what I mean? Tie your shoes right. Put your ball cap on straight, motherfucker, and stand up, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because we roll a whole different program out here. What's up, Virgo Kush? And who else? Can't sit my eyes, man. Hold up, man. And don't laugh. It happens. Garza, Sarah, all right. Herbal Cluely, real shit, right? You know what I'm saying? We got you back on that. Hell yeah, man. And there's a lot of us, even on TikTok, man. I go on TikTok and all the little youngsters, why are these Generation X motherfuckers up on here? Why are you old cats? Because I tell you what, man. We're crafty motherfuckers, man, because we did everything with our hands and our brain, because that was our technology back then. We're hands-on, motherfucker, and we use this. We had to use this because we didn't have this. You know what I'm saying? So we have stuff. And then guess what? Generation crossed over when technology did come into play. So we did learn it, you know what I'm saying? Because we were there when it came out. The Apple IIc floppy disk, my friends. You geek nerds, motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'm just saying, we're on TikTok too. We may not be doing the crafty shit you do. And I got to say, man, TikTok, I see a lot of you guys, other than shaking your ass, which I like, by the way, I'm a sucker for it. It happens. I'm a man. But there are some crafty stuff I have seen on TikTok that was like, wow, somebody really went the extra mile to make this interesting. That is cool. I like that. Now, that is what I like. Shit that stands out above the same old scenario bullshit, you know. Because I see a lot of motherfuckers out there with fans only thing. Which I'm not knocking you for it, man. Because who the fuck am I to fucking to look at another motherfucker and judge him? Because I'm an ex-con. I can't judge anybody, man. I don't do politics. I don't fucking judge. I cannot. And anything I gotta say, I'll tell it to your face, man. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Because that's the way it is, man. You know, some motherfuckers don't like it. They want to do the texting and shit. You know, or do the fucking Sal Warrior on fucking Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is you're on and talk all the shit from miles and miles. What's up, Lulu? You know what's up, man. This is a cup of Joe with Joe, my friends. You know what I mean? Before you get out into the workforce, man, which I know I got to take off in a minute myself. You know what I mean? I got a long day ahead of me as well. I don't just sit at home. I work out in the morning. Today's my day off. Or actually, it's not my day off. I got to work out later because I have morning stuff I have to get down the hill and do. But for the most part, man, I understand what's going on in this world, the pandemic. As far as I'm concerned, man, my personal opinion, my thing on the pandemic is, yes, it's real, but you can fix that. If you can put a motherfucker on the moon and put your flag up there, you're telling me you can't fix this kind of shit? without side effects. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. Maybe I'm just being too much of a fucking realistic on it or something, but I look at it this way. We've come this far from caveman days to now. You think we can't figure out some shit? You think we don't have a reaction for an action? You know, it is what it is. But I'm going to get off all that stuff because I'm not about bringing you down, man. Joe Kush is about bringing you up, man, because I don't like breaking a motherfucker down. Like I said, I was a runt of my pack when I grew up, man. But it took an OG to fucking stand me up and said, hey, brother, you can take a hit. You can fucking do all that. Why don't you learn to fight back, man, and stop taking that shit from these motherfuckers that play with you like that, man? And then you know what I did? I started doing like he told me, and he happened to be the fucking head dude of the football team, man. They came up to me, saw me get my ass kicked, took a beating. I didn't get dropped. I knew how to, because my dad used to beat my ass since 5 years old, so I'm used to being beat up by a fucking grown man versus a little youngster, you know what I mean? So that shit didn't hurt me. I just didn't know how to fight back. I was a little fucking nerdy, quiet, little shy kid, you know what I mean, that would get bullied from time to time. But it took a man like that, because I call him a man, and this was in 8th grade. Head of the football team, man, the captain or whatever you want to call it, because I don't know that stuff, but he was the main dude, the big dude. And he walked over to me and picked me up and says, man, I see you could take a hit and shit, man. Why don't you lift weights, build your self-esteem up, and stop taking that shit, fight back, motherfucker. And it fucking worked, man. I did that shit. I started doing like he told me. And I thank him for that, man. Because that's what put the can in the motherfucking man, you know what I'm saying? And fucking made me turn out to be the blast from the past that wakes up and says, I'm gonna kick you in the ass the old school way, man. Because you know Joe Kush just wants to see you have it right and tight, baby. I want everybody to win. Not me. Not just me. I want everybody, because where I come from, it ain't about me. It's about we. Like fucking Dave Mustaine said, it's still we, the people, right? You know what's up, man. This is the Joe Kush. Have a cup of Joe with a motherfucker. You know what's up, man. Have a good day. This is the end of my little thing because I got to get on down the road, people. But I just want to say, I'm going to stand up while I say this because I'm going to be a man about it, man. Joe Kush just wants to say thank you for checking it out. I salute you, motherfuckers. You know what's up. Have a kick-ass motherfucking day, my friend. You know what's up. I'll catch you later, man. You guys take care. Have a good day, man. Catch you later, my friends. How do we turn it off again? Forgot. How do you end this bitch? They changed it.